Man, you're going to be glad that you're watching this video. Let me tell you why. I think all of us are products of our childhood. And just recently, I've been having flashbacks of things that happened in my daycare. And I'm like, man, that's messed up. That's not normal. Okay. I read this book by B. Octavier Barnes, and it's called Talents of Stone and Fire, the Brotherhood of Stone series, first chronicle. And I knew I had to interview this guy. Octavier, I'm glad that you're here. Let's talk about your book because it really is a tale of two kids and their childhood. Would you expound on that for me?
Yeah, the story is seriously just about two kids. One's from a very rich, noble family, and he lives up in the wealthy class, grows up in the wealthy class. But at the same time, wealth's not always happiness, as we all know. And like his parents are very abusive towards him. His mentors also. He has the only things close to him is spiteful sisters who are always trying to get him in trouble. And the only solace he has is in his butler Frill, who kind of takes care of him whenever he's hurt and stuff. Because of that, this kid grows up in an environment where he's constantly abused and paranoid of his surroundings. He's always thinking ahead, trying to avoid punishment, and always trying to avoid getting sent and locked into the attic again. And so he grows up not he's not really able to trust people anymore at that point. He's very paranoid, and because of that, he kind of goes life alone. At the other side of the coin, the other main character is from a poor but loving family. All right, he only has his mom left, and because he comes up in such a naive way of life, he kind of trusts everybody a little too fast. He kind of likes to stop and smell the roses. And because of that, when they both leave home to go and start on their adventure together, they end up meeting each other and helping each other grow along the way.
I know for a fact where you live, and you live in a music city town, and this sounds like it could be a song. I mean, like the two opposite kids, but they meet, and what happens? They change each other's lives.
Oh yeah, like for one, this is the first time Riley, who's of course from the wealthier noble family, it's the first time he's meeting somebody who named Arthish. By the way, he's the one from the poor family. They call him Art for short, and Riley they traditionally call him Rye. So Rye, being from the wealthy noble family, meets Art from the poor loving family, and he instantly likes him because of his naive way of life, and finds himself becoming friends with him, and they end up starting their adventure together in a huge city called Risari. All right, there at this point, Riley ended up running away from home, and that's how he, of course, started on his adventure. And so his father's trying to get him back home. There's a bounty on Riley, and there's already bounty hunters after him, and they're already running on the run, trying to escape these guys. Because of this, they end up going to a city called Yorkvon that outlaws bounties. And there's a school in Yorkvon that teaches, the usual things: physical anatomy, sciences, alchemy, and then there's the more mythical stuff like talents. In this world, everybody has kind of an ability to use, kind of a magical ability. Um, and so you get to learn. The reason most people don't know about it is because there's something that triggers the ability that makes you use your talent. Most of these people are marked as witches, of course, so you don't really see these people around too much. They're kind of a rarity, just like a witch would be. On the other hand, there's another one called Babylonian text. It's been believed for a long time that the true language that humans used to speak back in the days before the Tower of Babel had power over it. Like you could say a word or command a word, and you could control wind or fire and stuff like that. But that language is long gone. But even in this book, that language is long gone. But the writing of that language can still cause certain effects on objects. Like if you were to engrave the word "crack" on a stone, it would crack the stone to pieces.
So I as you were talking in the beginning of that paragraph, I got emotional because as you talked about Riley and Art, the relationship between these two boys is so powerful because they grow to love each other and appreciate the lifestyle of each other. Riley he sees the emptiness in his wealth, and Art sees the emptiness in his lifestyle. And there's such a lesson as adults for us to learn in these boys. Can you talk about that? Share about the lessons that we can see in them?
Well, the whole point of the first book, and it's obvious to tell after reading the first couple pages, is that even if you go through this whole world surrounded with enemies, all right, and just don't feel comfortable, if you have that one friend, to somebody close to you who you can talk to honestly, who can understand you, it just it makes the world a difference, and it makes the world a little bit more bearable. And that's honestly the lesson of the book. You'll read the whole thing, you'll probably get that out of it.
And you know what? And that there's beauty in people that aren't like us. Why do we have to surround ourselves around people that are like us to be comfortable?
Well, it's kind of human nature, to be honest. Everybody's always looking for other people to approve their doings and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
while watching people nod their head to you, and
And approval.
everybody
Yeah.
accepting you. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
wants to be accepted and stuff like that. I don't really agree with that. I think that you should just walk your own path. And if nobody wants to accept you, or nobody really cares about it, then just do it alone for a while until you find that person who does. Because I'm telling you right now, there's always somebody like you out there. There's always somebody like all of us out there.
But the true friendship, the true depth of friendship comes when you can get someone in the opposite world to love you and accept you, like Riley and Art did. Where did you come up with the concept of this? I mean, this is such a deep relationship and such a deep concept.
I came off honestly off what I just said. It's like true friends are so hard to come by.
Yeah.
You have people who are trying to use you through life. People who are just trying to stick by you to grow with you, and then you have people who are actually trying to help you along, or people you can talk to and trust. And they're really rare. All right, it's really rare to find somebody you can actually trust and befriend and go along this life with. And so like I still only have a handful of friends that I consider friends, and then I got a whole bunch of acquaintances that I'd say are a little bit above acquaintance, but not really a friend. People who just
Mm-hmm.
say hi to you when you walk into the coffee shop and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. We've got the Facebook world. We've got the Instagram world, the
Yeah.
surface world of friends. So what is to come for your books, Octavier?
Oh well, this is only the first book of It's going to be at least a 4-book series. The second book's already done. It's being edited and it's going to be published within the next month or two. The third book I just started writing. I'm about 110 pages in. I'll tell you right now, the second book's going to be almost twice as large as the first book. So that's something
Wow.
to prepare for. And the third book, it's not going to be any smaller.
Wow. It grabbed me on such a deep emotional level. I mean, just as soon as we started talking, I think because I felt common ground with these two boys and realizing that our childhood really does, it sets the foundation of who we are as adults, whether we want to believe it or not. It really does, where we came from, who we are, and for better or worse. So thank you so much. I mean, is there anything else that you wanted to add to this?
Not really. I would say that this is a fantasy book, and so like if you like fantasy and you love these kind of books, I'm telling you right now, mine will definitely you're gonna love it. I really like people who read it, because I know if you just read the first 3 pages, they end up reading the whole book, and it's just a guarantee.
Absolutely. I want to personally encourage you to purchase this, and not just buy it. Again, it's Talents of Stone and Fire. You can see it right on the screen, the Brotherhood of Stone series, First Chronicle. I want to encourage you to also go on Amazon and the other book places and give it a rating, because it means so much to the authors, and it would just mean the world. So thank you so much, Octavia. Great job. I mean, like home run, out of the park home run. Thank you so much for writing these. We'll be in touch with you again soon, and keep them coming, bud.
Thank you.